This place is half a day away from Nova's Tokyo. Midori went way off-grid. You didn't have a lover's quarrel, did you? Hell no. What's that even supposed to mean? As if we don't already all know. Where are we? This is way out in the boonies. Imagine how many people come here just to end it all. That's not funny, Hayami. Getting all defensive, I see. You think your lovely Midori is in danger. You sighed. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Hey, it's not that bad. Midori's a good kid. You two want to get together and start a family of your own? No one's gonna say it's a bad idea. What the heck? Let's just go find her. Figure this would be like the end of the day or something. Looks like they got some agriculture going on here. Think they pay dues to Sanctus? We're so far from Tokyo, anyone could be harassing them. GPA, nomad groups, I'm guessing this place gets raided often. You think. I don't see any signs of that. It's possible that no one's found this place yet. We wouldn't have without the foreman's specific instructions. Perfect hiding place. What's Midori doing all the way out here? You have to come clean. What'd you do to piss Midori off? I didn't do anything. Wish I could make sense of why she just up and left. All this time I thought she was just waiting for us to come pick her up. Let's go ask her if we can find her. Think we're almost there. The way the foreman described it, maybe she lives in that house over there. Better get going then. What? We just like to see a knight in shining armor. Cut it out already. Why do they have to make this weird? So, this is it. Are you shaking? I doubt Midori's turned into a monster since the last time you saw her. Shaking? What? Unless you do had a really big fight. You didn't give our cute Mito-chan a reason to run away, did you? Of course not. She is... I told you! I don't have the faintest idea why she's all the way out here. A maiden's heart is complicated. You could have done something to hurt her without realizing it. It's a thing guys do all the time. Yeah, that's right. Hey. Hey, what? It's what most men do. Why do you think us women say there's no good men around anymore? No yes, on the other hand. That's a pretty depressing way of looking at things. Just saying that a lot of dudes are jerks. It's true. There was this old thing people called chivalry. That's the idea men were supposed to treat women like goddesses when courting them, right? Yeah. Men killed it. Thought that was the old belief of kicking somebody's ass with honor. Toshio's old ebooks had fairy tales about all that stuff. That's not how I read it. So back in the day, men and women fought all honorable-like and stuff? That's what women wanted? Did a woman want a guy to fight her when she asks her out? Like, if a guy loses, he can't date her? What if a girl loses a fight? Does that mean the guy won't open the door for her? Tough luck, lady, you lost. You gotta open your own doors. Could be. I'd believe it. People were nuts back then, from what I hear. See, this is why it's good to have a real gentleman around. Men didn't fight women. It was all about courting a woman with manners and dignity. While fighting them? Fighting had nothing to do with it. You're not listening. I can't believe you people. You brought it up. We're better off without this fight dating chivalry thing if you ask me. I don't know if I did anything to offend Midori. I don't think I did. We didn't fight or anything like that. Now, stop confusing you by filling his head with this nonsense. Only a real gentleman will understand what chivalry truly is, anyway. Maybe someday I'll help you figure it out. You tell him, kid. We all know you's not good with girls to begin with, but let's not give him headaches over it. Look who's talking. If there isn't any friction between you and Midori, then man up already. We still have a mission to accomplish. Eyes on the prize. You're right. No reason to have cold feet now. We've come so far. She even helped me convince you to embark on this journey, Eiji. We wouldn't all be here if it weren't for her. If there's anything she's afraid of, or something she has to do here, we'll just have to help her in any way we can. Alright, let's go see what our lovely Mito-chan is up to. Hopefully we don't run across skeletons in the closet. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Yep. I like them better with a bit of skin left, though. Yu broke out in cold sweat as he stood before the door. He wasn't sure what to expect. In such instances of uncertainty, he often expected the worst. His worries dissipated as soon as he opened the door. In front of what seemed to be a classroom was a familiar figure. Her hair swayed with the wind that came through a large window. She stood in front of a class that was a mixture of diligence and boredom. There she is. She's really teaching kids all the way out here. It's difficult to trace an accurate representation of history before where we are now, because the old world had many reasons to destroy itself. Some sources say that ultimately it was a conflict between two superpowers that led to the end of the world. Others argue that we should view the big picture as a larger series of wars between nations. One thing historians agree on is that our ancestors consumed so much that humanity was consuming itself. A student raised her hand. Teacher, what are historians? In the old world, historians were people who documented the past. Everyone who wanted to learn about the past looked at historians. Today we use the term historians to refer to those who study what knowledge old world historians left us. Our understanding of history is based on the hard work of modern-day historians who spend a lot of time finding and reading ebooks written by historians who came before them. All they do is read? That sounds boring. Not at all. There's the saying, those who fail to learn from history are Who are you calling boring? Toshio. Teach, who are they? The bored student looked at the group, pointed at the group. They're my friends. You have friends? That's so cool. You say like I've never had friends before. Not ones we've seen. Aren't you going to introduce them? Eiji, you, Gunther, Toshio, and Hayami, you came all the way here? We should be asking you the same question, man. I'm sorry, Teach, but I can't just stand here while someone badmouths historians. What's wrong with reading ebooks? It's a lot more fun than dozing off in some backwater village, let me tell you. You're being a dick to a kid, T. Excuse me? Please watch your language. Ha ha, he called you a dick. I'm not a dick. Midori glared at Toshio with her cheeks flushed red. Sorry about that. Kids, you see, our friend Toshio here never had a nice teacher like Miss Midori to teach him about manners. Hey! I was the one who said dick. There he goes again. I'm so sorry. He's such a bad example. Please don't use foul language like he does. You tugged at Toshio's shirt, pulling him towards the door. Yeah, let's not interrupt Miss Midori's class, you guys. Midori looked sheepishly at Eiji and Hayami, who were behind the other three. Hayami elbowed Eiji in the side. Hey, sorry the adults let this happen. We're leaving, kids. Yeah, go away. We want to learn about history. You're the kids! Toshio, not now. Off we go. The group could faintly hear Midori's class from outside. Okay, so many years ago after the war, your parents lived underground. We all did. I was born there. As a child, I didn't have to worry about raiders or radiation, but I wasn't allowed to play in the fields either. It was dark most of the time, especially later on when we were running low on resources and had to conserve energy. Then one day, the elders decided that life underground was no longer sustainable. Midori knows her stuff. That part's basic history. We all know that. Not sustainable means we couldn't survive for a very long time. Food was running out, which is the most important thing, since we only had so much of it at the time. Did toys run out too? We didn't lose toys, but there were more children every day, and some of them didn't get to have toys. What? No toys? That sucks! We only had so much to go around. We tried to share as much as we could, but sometimes it gets hard to share when you don't have enough. There had to be more toys. We're lucky we didn't have to live like that. That is correct. Life was much more difficult back then. It's tough now, but you have more freedom. You can go in search of food instead of worrying whether you'll have enough to eat in the future. She's a tough teacher, too. Probably feels these kids must understand reality while they're young. Anyway, moving on. It was obvious we were all going to perish if we stayed and did nothing. But somehow there was still a huge fight about leaving the underground shelters among the elders. One side wanted to stay, believing the outside world was still too dangerous. The other side thought it was worth the risk, and that we didn't really have much of a choice. Eventually, we were able to send out some of our own people, even if there was no assurance that they'd come back alive. No one knew what state the outside world was in. Maybe it was still in the middle of nuclear winter, or maybe wild animals were everywhere. It was a big risk. Only the bravest dared to see what was out there. We called them the pioneers. The part about wild animals turned out to be true. Luckily, our pioneers went with the best equipment we could provide them. They use the best weapons and gear available to protect themselves and hunt animals for food. Thought she was going to teach old world history. That stuff's more interesting than life underground. Never seen so many kids in one place. Where are their parents? We have almost everything in Omote Sando, but not a place to teach children. Never found a need for it. Maybe the adults are just nearby. We're going to stay for the history lesson or look around. She's not going to run off you. Do you distrust her that much? No, of course not. Fine, yeah, we should look around. Let's see what we've got. You mean look for something you can work with? Hey, we're all here for a reason. No denying it. We gotta figure things out and see if we can get Midori to join us. If... AG? Don't be so hard on you guys. We've all come this far. Just a little more and Derchalton will be back in full swing. Right, Toshi boy? Reading ebooks is not boring. Toshio murmured to himself, seemingly oblivious to the conversation going on around him. Alright, let's see if we can find out what this town is all about. If there's a reason why Midori has to be here, maybe we can help out, then ask her to join afterwards. Roger that? Okay, so the only way we can go is to the right. If we go left... So... What the heck? What's behind us then? Oh. This place has a weird layout. So you have to turn around again? Okay. So the first thing I notice is that there's not any men. Let's see if this is one. Wind up, guys. I see someone over there. That guy wasn't there before, was he? Guess he just arrived. Looks like a local. You should talk to him. You approach the fishermen. They biting today? Nah, I wish, but I just got here. So we'll see what happens. Is fish a popular thing to eat around here? The man looked at you. Oh, you're not from around here, are you? Don't think I've seen you before. You a nomad? We don't get many of those types around here. I guess you could say we're from the city. We just came here from Novus Tokyo. I see. You wouldn't happen to be Sanctus Scouts, would you? No, not at all. Do we look like we are? They never bring kids with them, do they? You're quite young yourself, but I suppose I've never seen a Sanctus Scout like your little buddy over there. Toshio saw the man glance at him. Little buddy? I'll have you know I'm kind of a big deal back in Shibuya. You don't say. We're here to visit our friend Midori. Do you know her? Midori? Midori? Of course. Miss Midori, the teacher. That's good. I was worried there for a minute. Thought you were here to take our food away. My name's Sora, by the way. Does Sanctus raid this place often? Never. Not yet, anyway. I don't think they found us. That's why us locals are very weary about visitors who could be scouts. Play nice, okay? We're not scouts, don't worry. So now we have Sora's profile. I suppose fish is a staple food here. You could say that, yeah. I mainly fish as a hobby, though. I've got a few crops and some bread, too, if we're talking about food. Fishing is just my favorite way to relax. Between you and me, there isn't much to do here anyway. Granted, on a bad day, you could be sitting for hours without a single nibble. But when Lady Luck smiles on you and gives you a fish, it's the best feeling. It's my favorite time waster that's not entirely a waste of time. So you stay here for sustenance, even if it's boring as hell. Amateurs would think it's painfully boring, but it's about anticipation. The wait for the right moment when you reel one in. A lot of activities going on in the city lately, you know. Plenty of food and action there if you know where to look. You might find a more exciting hobby over there. A lot of danger, too. Gotemba's a safe place. We don't have to worry about GPA raiders or Sanctus herders. How about bandits and nomad groups? Don't they steal your fish? Not many of them around. The way you're asking, I'm worried you're the bandit, learning about its prey before pouncing. No, not at all. We're just here to visit a friend. Yeah? Look, we have a kid with us. We can't be bad guys. A kid that has the map memorized. Piss him off and you'll never find your way back to the city. Now. Well, you don't seem all that bad. You're welcome here as long as you get along with everyone. Once you've had enough looking around, you'll see why people choose to stay here. I think we'll do just that. Have fun. Seems like a cool guy. You talk like there are other locals here. Place must not be as barren as it looks. There's a bunch of kids at Midori's place. Some of them must have parents who live here. Miss Midori the teacher, huh? Who saw that coming? Is that so weird that she's teaching? It's a drastic career change, isn't it? 1 minute you're a professional survivalist, treasure hunter, and the next you're a school teacher. It's not any different from your career change as a rock star. Aspiring rock star. He isn't a star in any sense of the word. Tosh. It's touche. I say tush. Speaking of weird jobs, what about yours, AG? Where on the line did you decide you want to be a bartender? I'm not a bartender. I'm the owner. Still ask you the same question. It's a relaxing job, and you'd be surprised by what you hear from junkards. Kept me on my toes and my ear on the ground, riding the jewel of Nova's Tokyo. Now there's the little man here. He turned into a street performer. Now that's weird. I'm not a street performer, and people love Hachiko. Yeah, that's what I said. Everybody gets a kick out of my pal right here. Yeah, whatever. And finally, that brings us to the Maiden of the Macabre herself. What about me? Digging holes, cleaning headstones, those things. I get that's basically community service where we found you, but you enjoyed it way too much. How could you make such fun of such a solemn and important duty? I made the perfect homes for the newly deceased and made sure the dead are cared for. Nobody could produce the same quality service as I did, but everyone needed it. Uh-huh. If you have fun doing your job, then it's not really a job, is it? Like I said, it's just weird. We were all treasure hunters and ended up doing completely unrelated things. You could find all sorts of people treasure hunting back then. It was a lucrative business you jump on even if you didn't have a knack for it. You was the only one who never gave it up. Searching for the art counts as treasure hunting, right? You can put it that way, I guess. After Toshio and I made that discovery, there was no way I was going to quit. It's a shame. You did a fine job at the cemetery. I think you'd make a fine permanent addition to my graveyard crew. I can never find anybody to help me. It's depressing. The work environment puts people off. You're good with the dead. Maybe when this is over, you could work for me again. One step at a time. Midori is a school teacher. I do wonder what brought that on. Betterment of mankind, I bet. Why did his sprite just change? She isn't melodramatic enough for that kind of answer. She might say it differently, but I think it's a good enough reason to become a teacher. What a boring reason. We have better ones, don't we? Like getting people drunk and eavesdropping. Showing off my amazing engineering skills. Touching dead people. To stick it to the man! I'm pretty sure Midori's the only normal person out of all of us. That's enough for now. We should be on our way. There's more to see, and we still need to learn more about this place. Gotcha. Sora added profiles. So, is he gonna say anything different? And that's a resounding no. Now that's an interesting character. She has a prosthetic mouth. Close enough. I think her jaw is mechanized. Still technically a prosthetic, I guess. You and Toshi were taken aback at her features. Now they've gotten a better and closer look at her. Holy... Quiet. Do I got something on my face? Sorry, didn't mean to stare, I mean... Yeah, sure. Sorry about that. We meant no disrespect. I haven't seen you all before. You must be outsiders. Visitors. We've come here to visit a friend. We're not here to cause any trouble. You better not be. Yeah. We'll just leave you alone then. Uh-huh. Sorry about that, guys. Should've watched my mouth. Don't worry, T-Man. She didn't look too happy to see us in the first place. We should probably stay away from her. Last thing we want is trouble with hostile locals. Poor lady. Wonder what she does. Hope she doesn't sit there all day by herself. She's gotta have somebody with her, doesn't she? She's uncomfortable with outsiders by the looks of it. We should leave her alone. AG shrugged, emotion to look elsewhere. I want to talk to her after all. Just give me a sec. Your call. We're gonna look around. Thanks. You're back. You forget something? No, I didn't forget anything. Then what do you want? I wanted to talk for a while. Talk to me? You want to talk to me? Nobody's ever wanted to talk to me before. That is, unless they're after something. I'm not after anything. Maybe a conversation if that's okay with you. Forgive me for withholding my enthusiasm. Let's hear it. You make it sound as though not many people want to talk. Take a good look at me, boy. You stayed your prosthetic jaw and remain silent. Don't you want to run for the hills now? Afraid I might get you? No, not really. It's repulsive, right? Be honest. It is a little hard to look at, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna cut and run. I've never seen anything like it before. Now you have. You okay? Yeah. What makes you think I'm not? You're kinda breathing pretty hard. It happens. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. You got a name, boy? A name. Yeah, it's you. Yours? Augustine. What? I'm sorry. Augustine. Don't make me shout. It's hard to raise my voice. Sorry. And quit apologizing. Every time I talk to someone I get funny looks or sorries. I don't need 'em. She'll quit it. So, I mean, okay, I got it. If I take too long responding, you're gonna have to be patient with me. Hard to understand? A little. It's a pain in the ass to get people to understand me most of the time, but on the bright side, I don't have to worry about my teeth anymore. Yeah, I bet. Hell of a denture, eh? Besides, people not understand me too well, the dang joints come loose. I'm afraid this thing will fall off if it's not taken care of. Hey, you. Care to help an old woman? You want me to tighten that, huh? Does that gross you out? What? Does it disgust you? Oh, right, well, the thought of it. I don't care. Help a woman out, damn it. You walk near Augustine. Something in the back doesn't feel right. Give the pegs back a couple twists. They get loose after a lot of talking. So, just turn these right, that's it. Yes, that's it. You tighten the prosthetic a bit. That's not going to do anything. Tighten it more. I'll tell you when to stop. You tighten a little more. Okay, that's good, that's good. Not too tight. Sorry. I can't talk when it gets too tight. It's a little work flapping my gums, you know. I'd believe it. Now you've got something to brag to your friends the next time you see them. Helping a lady with her jaw. You're a funny boy. I haven't laughed like that in a while. I wasn't trying to be funny. Oh well, I still laugh. Thanks, you. It's hard to do it myself. Really helps when you have an extra set of hands. No, it's okay. I didn't mind. How long have you been here? A fairly long time. Did you grow up here? No, I migrated from Nova Tokyo. No kidding. All the way from there? That was way back when I was a little girl. Those Shinkish people ran that place even back then. We didn't have chips, my family and I, so we had to make our own shelters. One day, my father had enough. We packed up what little we had and moved as far as we could. We wanted to get further away from those guys as we could. We lived in Yoyogi for a few years, then moved here. Been here ever since. I lived in Sectus control areas too when I was young. I would have run away sooner if I had the chance, but it didn't work out that way. Did you have to collect trinkets for Septimus too? I don't know what word this is. I'm assuming it's trinket. Tributes? Oh, yeah, we had to do that. We called them quotas. Each person had to give a certain amount every day to keep their privileges, and sometimes their lives. I'd worked so hard I could cover a whole bunch of people's quotas, including my own. It was a talent, I guess. It was also kind of fun. Why go crazy like that? I was pretty stupid back then. I was one of those starry-eyed worshippers that thought one man in his organization was going to make everything better. I saw all the cold, hard truth around me, but didn't want to admit I was wrong about Septimus. I wanted something to believe in, something to work towards. When you've been down in the dirt for so long, you get desperate. You start to believe anything you hear that sounds nice, even though you know it's too good to be true. I was stuck in a false reality I didn't want to wake up from. I didn't want to see the world for what it was. That's depressing. Young kids like yourself shouldn't have to worry about things like the real world and survival. You should have been out there making the best of things. You should have found something to make life worth living. I did find something. Treasure hunting. It was something all my friends and I used to do. Our group back together after 2 years of going our own paths, but we're still trying to find that special something to make life worth living. Anything that's far from sanctus is a good thing, whatever makes you happy, right? It's something to keep us moving forward. We all need a drive like that, something real to believe in. Hey, I gotta get going. Got some things I gotta do before I go home. Sure, I won't keep you. Will I be seeing you around again? Yeah, my friends and I will be staying for a little while, so I might run into you again. That wouldn't be so bad. You're alright, you. I'll see you when I see you, then. Be careful now. Yeah. This might be the last time we'll be seeing each other. But it really wouldn't be so bad to see her again. So, Augustine added to our profiles. You're still hanging around here. I enjoy the fresh air here. It's along my route when I go shopping. Right. So, do you need something, you? I was thinking about the first time we saw each other. My friend, Toshio, was, well, staring, so... Out with it? You can just say it. I know he apologized and all, and I was staring for a little bit too, to be honest. So I just wanted to apologize for the both of us. We meant no harm by it. Like I said before, I'm not offended at all. I'm used to the attention. That's gonna be really awful when someone watches you like a hawk. Or a sideshow freak. Yeah. It's been that way for a long time. I get people that whisper about me, kids that make jokes about me, and the occasional onlooker. By now, I just accepted it. Don't tell me you feel bad for me. I don't need any pity. This is what happens when you fight Sanctus, you know. Sanctus? Sanctus people hurt you? Was it their soldiers? No. Soldiers would leave you alive if you fought with them. This was, someone else. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I haven't talked so much in a while, so it takes a bit out of me. Do you need to sit down? No, I'm fine. Don't fuss over me. Maybe I should let you be. I wouldn't mind a break here and there, but talking isn't so bad for me. It's good for you, you know. If you want, when I'm a little more up to it, we can talk more. I don't have anything else important to do besides shop. If you really want to, sure, I wouldn't mind. I'll be around here. I always am. Okay, just take it easy, alright? Uh-huh. Don't mind me. Still talkative, huh? But I gotta stop for now. Give me a break. Sorry. I shouldn't bother if she's in pain. Maybe I can come back later. Wow, that's a lot of bread. Are you new to Gotenba? Thanks to local wheat farms, we do have quite a lot of bread around. Is that so? We didn't see other bakeries on the way here. A lot is relative, of course. The next bakery I know is about 15 kilometers away. As far as I can tell, you're already here. I don't have to tell you where you should buy your bread, do I? Whoa, I mean, yeah. 2 kilometers is a long walk if you're starving. Right, guys? Back me up here. Yeah, 15 kilometers? Who wants to walk that far for bread? Good. Overall, there's probably more bread in Gotenba than any other city anyway. Plenty of variety here, so you're sure to find something to your liking. A well-stocked bakery on top of lively crops and even some fish. Has Sanctus found this place yet? I'm sure they'd love it if you paid your dues. Can't say we're not afraid of Sanctus or any other group taking our stuff. We just don't get that many visitors. Gotenba is a peaceful place. If anyone tries to ruin that peace, I will ruin their face. You travelers, right? Maybe you should help me get the word out. Yeah, we sure will. I'm glad there are places like this. It feels so safe and laid back here. Mikado added to profiles. You're running a bakery all the way out here. Was that your idea? Oh, I come from Yoyogi. They were looking for all sorts of people who could help out. I knew how to bake, so I thought I could be of use. Luckily, Gotenba is a place where agriculture is thriving. I was excited to help, of course. I could bake anything I wanted because they had all the ingredients. What, you're doing this out of your altruism? Not really. Yogi and Gotemba have a symbiotic relationship. I'm just making sure that the relationship is strong for all the people involved. We saw someone fishing just down the street. I think he mentioned your bread. Do you know him? Oh, you must be talking about Sora. That smiley-faced goof. We do business sometimes. I trade bread for fish. I know where to get other kinds of food, too. There aren't that many people here in Gotenba. Pretty much everyone knows everybody. We all know who's naughty and nice, and we're all out of gifts. Okay, sounds like a fun, well-fed community you have here. Right? So I hope you're not here to shake things up. We're fine the way we are. We would never. We're just passing by. Our friend's been staying here recently. Are you talking about the teacher, Midori? You know her. She's the only one fresh off the boat lately. You know Midori, then. Midori... She's the one teaching the kids, right? Took you a while to figure that out. I'm sorry, she's rather new. What a blessing, though. We've never had anyone come all the way out here to teach the children. I don't know the entire story, though. I've personally met Midori only once. But I heard she came just one day, talked to locals, and decided she wanted to use the empty house for some education. Is that so? How long has she been here? I'm sorry, I don't think I've asked. Are you friends of hers? You're awfully curious about her. The children won't be very happy if something happened to her, and neither will I. We're friends. We came from Tokyo. We didn't know she left Yogi for Gotenba until recently. In that case, it's better if you ask her about the details, no? People from Tokyo don't exactly have the best reputation. That's where Sanctus's base is, you know. We understand your suspicions, lady, but Midori has no GPA or Sanctus affiliation. Neither of those groups will have special interest in her. Is that so? In any case, don't wish to intrude. Maybe she moved all the way out here to get away. Maybe she moved all the way out here away from you for a reason. She wouldn't... well, we're still trying to figure things out. Is that so? Not that I'm suspecting you or anything. I just want to make sure, okay? That's enough, you. Ladies' right to suspect outsiders. The only way to keep a haven like this safe is to stay on your toes at all times. I see you're not too old. You're not old for no reason. Just stop. Eiji's right. We're outsiders. We must be careful when talking to the villagers. So, nothing new here. Nothing new here. There's nothing to see here. Beyond this area, just long stretches of silence. Won't be easy to find leads like this, you. We don't have much to work with. Looks like your only shot is to talk directly to Midori yourself. No monkey business. Just appeal honestly to an old friend you want back. Or find out where she lives, leaf through her secret diary. Hayami! Eiji's right. Midori was on board in the beginning. She already knows what's going on. There's gotta be a reason she's all the way out here. Outside of that, she might even give us a hard time convincing her to join. Yeah, let's just go back and ask her nicely. Don't forget to say pretty please, you. Shut up. The sooner we leave this place, the sooner we can all go to the Ark after Miho. Yeah, you're right. So glad I got that hunting rifle when I did. Even came with enough ammo to take care of our problem. You got a rifle? Where'd you get that? You didn't sell this town out to raiders, did you? Doesn't matter. What matters is that I can protect this place when things start going south. Everybody's crapping themselves while I'm the only one out here that's got the guts to do anything about those freaks. Have you ever used a rifle like that before? You might hurt an innocent person, or worse. No, but how hard can it be? Load, aim, and shoot. Those muties move so slow. You won't know what's coming to them. All you need is one good opening and bang! Mutant problem gone. Mutants. We're far from Nova's Tokyo. There might still be irradiated areas around. What's this about killing mutants? What have you got against them? You talking to me, Runt? Do you know who I am? Hey now. Let's not get carried away. We just overheard your conversation and got a little curious. What are you, a bunch of mutant sympathizers? Never thought I'd see the day where anybody would want to save them. The world really has gone to the dumps. You don't kill mutants just because they look different. They're still people. Calm down, Toshio. I'm sure these fine gentlemen were only talking about self-defense. You're not gonna kill helpless, innocent people with that rifle, are you? You're too big of a man to do something so cowardly. Yeah, of course. Just trying to be good to this town. I understand. You're the protector of Gotenba, aren't you? Protector of Gotenba? Yeah, that sounds good to me. Just a minute ago, you were... Shut up! So what is the situation with mutants anyway? It all started in Yoyogi. Some people there are freaking out about some zombies. Don't know where they got that from. It's crazy talk.
Why is that? Everybody knows zombies aren't real. Probably talking about the mutants. So I figure. Could be the ones from here, there, could be more than we don't know about. Zombies, mutants, don't care. Whatever they are, I'm ready for anything. You're the protector of Gotenba, after all. Hell yeah, I am. I'll take care of y'all folks. Look what you've done to the guy, Hayami. Hayami shrugged. If a zombie bites you, you could become infected. A simple scratch from a zombie or coming into contact with its bodily fluids can infect you with their virus. If they're the problem, everyone could use a protector to hold the front line. You were just saying before how zombies don't exist. Oh, they don't. Imagine if they were real, though. That would be something to see. I'll save you guys the trouble. Zombies don't exist. End of story. And why do you think Gotenba has mutants? Someone in the town saw some weird-looking folks. Didn't get a good look at him, but it was enough to send him running for the hills. Nearly died of fright, poor son bitch. When he was finally able to talk again, he said he saw someone with seared skin, deformed limbs, disgusting scars, and jagged teeth. That was an animal at first, but the thing stood upright on two legs and was screeching at him. I figured he was a goner, but he somehow survived. Any other signs of these mutants? That's all I heard about them myself. Never saw a mutant before, so I can't back up anything he says regarding their looks. Mutants can look very unpleasing, but it's not their fault. Radiation doesn't care about making you look good. Sometimes they're missing an arm, an eye, most of the time they have terrible burns and scars all over their bodies. Doesn't make them a monster. Hey, if anything like that comes near me, you can't blame me for defending myself. Defend yourself from what? They're not a threat to you. Dojo. How do you know that, kid? I'm not taking any chances. If you were smart like me, you'd be carrying a weapon too, boy. I have all the experience in the world. I know how it works. If it's a freak, it's a threat, and you shoot it before it gets you. Dealt with muties before, and I'm not making the mistake second time. Gunther whistled sarcastically. Go you! Right. Tell me about your experience with mutants, then. It was nothing, really. Could have been horrible. Could have been struck dead or turned into stone or something. You don't screw around with the unknown. Sounds like you're trying to make something up, but you're failing badly. What? Are you even listening, kid? If monsters like those exist, anything can happen. They're the result of the unknown mysteries of the world where anything goes. Stuff like that taught me to be prepared for anything. That's why I got this gun, see? Not taking any chances. There's nothing mysterious about mutants. There's enough old-world research about all the effects of exposure to radiation if you look hard enough. What are you, some kind of ebook addict? Let's get out of here. You'll find out the hard way. I always do. Come on, it was getting good. Zombies, mutants. What a load. Shut up. Start taking stuff seriously for once. What did I just say about the unknown? Rip that grin off your face or you'll have to deal with the muties on your own. Two men bantered as they walked off. Mutants, zombies, are normal humans becoming passé? Maybe they're just growing weird grass over their hair. I don't care about zombies, but mutants are still humans, Gunther. I know, geez, my bad, T-Man. I normally wouldn't think much of such rumors, but for them to come up around the same time... Could it be coincidence? Or something else? Let's not get carried away. Could easily be coincidence. Or secret operatives from either side doing shady things. Sanctus and GPA? Shady things like what? Beats me. But if they moved in the night wearing a disguise or made scary sounds to throw people off, witnesses who don't know any better could easily spin that into the rumors we hear now. Agreed? So he has nothing new for us? Okay, nothing over there. Midori, your friends are back. I'm not done with the lesson yet. Please, everyone, wait a little while longer. We were just going to tell you that we'll be right outside. We're not going anywhere. I figure that. Do you need us to do anything before we go? Want us to help with the lesson? You're not a teacher, you? Yeah, but it can't be that hard. I can give some survival tips. It's never too early to learn how to make it in the outside world. She clearly doesn't want to talk now. Ease off. I'm being friendly. We haven't seen each other for so long yet. Hayami leaned closer to whisper to you. I get that you're still fretting over this fear of yours. If you think you really offended her, then talk about it when she's ready. Now is not the time for that. We'll wait until she's comfortable, not drag her out while she's in the middle of something. Hayami went back to her normal talking voice. Right, children? Miss Midori is trying her very best to finish this lesson, so you better be taking notes. Yeah, not everyone gets a chance to learn about the world while they're young. You should embrace this opportunity. Sorry for interrupting, Miss Midori. We'll be right outside. Thank you. Is he your boyfriend, Miss Midori? He's acting all weird. That's a pretty personal question, but he's not. What about the other boys? Is one of them your boyfriend? Miss Midori doesn't have a boyfriend. She's too busy to get one. Midori fidgeted uncomfortably. Show some respect to her, kid. I'll have you know your teacher is part of our awesome group. She deserves nothing but your admiration. You're lucky she even went to the boonies to educate you pipsqueaks. Pipsqueaks? Teacher, what's a pipsqueak? It means nice little children, okay? But you're little too. Why, you? I don't know when you look at modern history. Maybe you haven't heard of us. But your teacher and us make up the legendary treasure hunting group Dirchalton. Dirk what? Hell yeah, we do. Language, Gunther. Treasure hunting? My dad said it's a waste of time. We're starting to become better members of society. Even if we didn't, scavenging is still more productive than treasure hunting. Dirk, wait? Isn't that the famous treasure hunting group? My parents love you guys. They always told me about Dirchalton a long time ago. Miss Midori, is it true? Are you really a member of Dirchalton? That's amazing. Your teacher's the real deal, mister. You're looking at living legends of the treasure hunting world. Back in the day, that is. Midori. Can I please proceed with today's lesson now? But teach! Let's talk about treasure hunting instead. Did you say treasure hunting? That sounds fun. It sure is, especially when you're the best of the best. Perfect timing to talk about that, given that Midori teaches ancient history. Lighten up, old man. It's not every day the kids gush over how cool we are. How trite. Trite? Trite? I think I know that word. You teaching vocabulary lessons next, Hayami? Hey, can we go treasure hunting sometime? Yeah, I want to find lots of shiny stuff and get rich. I want to find lots of toys. Do you think there's lots of treasure boxes full of toys? Settle down, you guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Treasure hunting is for grown-ups. It's very dangerous for children of your age. Really? We never get to do anything fun. Anyway, let me finish this class first, okay? I really need to get this done. Sure thing, Teach. We wouldn't want to interrupt again. We have a lot of talking to do later. Yeah, we'll wait outside, okay, Midori? Sure, like you said before a few times. Yeah, sorry. Chat with you later. Bye, Durka people. Can we go treasure hunting with you sometime? Come on, everyone, please. The group listened to Midori's faint voice for a while. She seemed to end class on a cliffhanger, as some of the children enthusiastic queried her on life as a treasure hunter. A few minutes later, Midori's students walked out of the dilapidated building they studied in and headed home. Midori came out soon after. There she is now. Good job in there, Teach. I'll admit, I never thought of you as a school teacher before. Hey, Midori, you're keeping yourself busy out here, I see. Forget about that for now. You actually came all the way here from Yoyogi? Right back at you. What are you doing here? Me? Yeah. What is all this? I volunteered to teach the children. There was an opportunity to help in the way only I could, so I grabbed it. Uh-huh. What? What's that for? Midori, I know you were trying to do the right thing and all, but you haven't forgotten about Miho, have you? Of course I haven't. How could I? And I'm well aware that you're still searching for the Arc-U. I haven't forgotten about you either. After all, I did give you advice to persuade Eiji. And you have to know that there's no way I'm actually going to find it without you. What good will I do? Honestly, what could I do that would help you find it? You're joking. I'm serious. Not even 5 minutes into meeting each other again and there's already a fight. We're not fighting. We're talking. Let's leave them alone. This way, boys. Hayami led the men aside to give Midori and Yu some privacy. I promise Miho will all be around when she comes back. That includes you, Midori. I don't want to break that promise. Yes, I remember about that promise, but I couldn't say no to these kids. There's no one else that can teach them. Listen, during my stay in Yoyogi, I realized one very important thing. We all have to work towards the future, just like everyone else. The people I've met in the last 2 years are so serious and dedicated to building fulfilling lives. I felt like I had to be useful, you know? The best way I could do that was to come here and teach. The adults are busy with their responsibilities, and there was no one around to teach their children. So that became my job. I'm not that productive with the saw or hammer, but I'm good with kids. Didn't know you had it in you, but we can all see that now. It became more than just a job, though, It became a mission. A mission. Come on. We have a mission, and we need you. Sorry, I'm just being honest with how I feel. Is that so? Yes. There's gotta be more to this than feeling responsible for a bunch of kids, right? Did something happen, Midori? Why do you think this is an important mission all of a sudden? You see it too, don't you? There's value in what I do. It may not seem all that special, but in the grander scale of things, teaching is not the least we can do. The kids are the ones who are going to inherit the world from us. I want them to be ready when the time comes. Don't you think that's important? I want them to be armed with all the knowledge and moral guidance that I can teach them. Without these lessons I'm giving them, the world will stay the way it is right now. Don't you want things to get better? Don't you want a new world without all the suffering? I'm not saying that all that stuff isn't important. I don't want to get into a fight about this, but you knew I'd find you again, and you knew what that meant. You know what I've been up to, that I've been counting on you. You can't back out now, not when we're so close. Look at them. Eiji, Gunther, Toshio, Hayami, we're all here. Can you imagine? We're all united by the same goal again. We're together for the same purpose. Why won't you join us? I'm not backing out of it, It sounds like it to me. I'll offer whatever advice I can give, but my place is here now. Is that right? I'm sorry, but the kids need me here. Most of them don't have parents anymore. The others are alone all the time because their parents are working. Many of them are children of the hard-working people striving to restore Yoyogi. They're children of the farmers here who work to feed others day in and day out. Someone needs to watch out for them and to teach them. I'm the only one that can do that. I feel like that's my calling. You understand that, don't you? We're a team. We're incomplete without you, Midori. I'm sure you can find the Ark easily now that you have everyone with you. I'll still do what I can to help you while you're here, but I won't leave. That's final. And besides, I never had a knack for treasure hunting anyway. I don't think I'd be of much help to you. I wasn't when we were out there hunting back then. But here, the kids and their parents are counting on me, so I think this is the right thing to do. I think this is where I belong now. I hope you understand. I'm sorry. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but did something bad happen in Yoyogi? What are you saying, You wouldn't happen to be all the way here because you were exiled, right? Exiled? You think I did something awful and now I'm serving time? No, not at all. Maybe it wasn't your fault. Maybe it was a strange rule in Yoyogi or something. Maybe you were indebted to someone. Maybe something bad will happen if you're not here teaching. Did I strike a nerve? You can't believe I'm out here trying to do good, is that it? No, of course not. Heck no. I'm just trying to figure things out, okay? It's been a while since we last talked face to face, and I want to understand everything that's going on. You've always been like that, huh? You'd make a good teacher. You're as studious and diligent as the best of them. Kids can get on my nerves, you know that. Yeah, that's right. But whenever Miho would act like a kid, you'd have all the patience in the world. Midori, what are you? I've missed seeing you so flustered, It's so easy to make you react like that when we talk about Miho. Come on, give poor me a break. You must feel lonely without her. I'm sorry. Well, about that. The world isn't going to get any better. Let's be serious. This is all it's going to be. Believe me, I want to live in a world where I never have to worry about a place to stay that isn't controlled or threatened by anyone. It would be nice to live in a world where necessities like food and water are guaranteed, not fought over. We all let hunger and desperation get the best of us once in a while, but you can't leave your head up in the clouds. My head up in the clouds? You can teach the children to dream. You can dream of an ideal future built by your students. You're trying to do a good thing here, I get it, but you can't achieve the impossible. Nothing's going to change. We're all victims of the era we were born in. Look around you. Try to remember everything we've been through. This is our reality. The world is the way it is. There's nothing we or your students can do about it. Not through conventional methods anyway. If we get the Ark, however, then we might have a shot. The entire tirade is still about the Ark, isn't it? Reviving Miho is just the first step. That's the mission we should be focusing on. but we're not going to monopolize what the Ark can do. We're not that selfish. Finding the Ark will give your students a better chance at life than any number of history lessons. Trying to raise kids to become better individuals when they grow up, along with teaching them mankind's mistakes so they won't repeat history, is absolutely impossible. Bringing your dead sister back from the grave isn't... Hey, wait. I'm sorry, you. This isn't going anywhere. If you're not going to take me seriously, then why should I treat you the same way? Can't we just agree that we're both doing what's important to us? Midori. I shouldn't push it here. It does look like her teaching job's negotiable. Can we really not convince you to join us? The gang's all here. We can help you with the kids. Toshio can cover every subject from A to Z. Science is his thing, but he's practically read every ebook out there. History, anthropology, buffoonery, you name it. Buffoonery? Eiji's a good storyteller when he tries to be. I'm sure he can entertain your students in the way he does with his customers, too. I don't know much about kids, but if you show me what to do, I can probably be a big hand as your assistant. You? What? You don't want me near children? Fine, I can take a hint. It's not that. You know what I'm... Hey, Gunther can teach music. That's one thing Toshio would fail at, but Gunther is sick with a guitar. Who knew, right? He surprised the heck out of me, too. He could form a band together with the class. Learning doesn't have to be boring, right? Music, the arts, children need that stuff, too. You, please. Hayami knows a lot of practical skills. She made herself very useful in Omotesando. Cooking, cleaning, burying the dead. The kids are going to have to do a lot of work when they get older, so it'd be good if they learn as much as they can. Hayami can impart skills that'll help your students with life. That's really important, isn't it? Stop it, you. Please, just stop. What? What'd I say? You're not going to persuade me to come just by doing favors for me or pitching in around here. That's not how this works. Then how is it going to work? We need you, and I'm not leaving without you. You're making this a lot more difficult than it needs to be. I've told you that's probably not going to happen. You've gotten your hopes up so much and you're not listening to me. I want to help you, you know that, but I want to be here too. I want to be with the kids. I've made my decision, and that's to be their teacher. I'm a part of this community now. This is where I belong. Even if you did help teach, I'll still stay, and that would be unfair to you if I let you do this. I'd be leading you on and wasting others' time. That's not right at all. You're my friend, so I'm being honest with you. Please, just stop. You stood still without saying anything. Let it go already, you. You looked at Midori for a while. Defeated, he walked towards the others without saying a word. So now we have Midori's profile. That's not a happy face. Your girlfriend dumped you, huh? She's not my girlfriend. She doesn't even want to come with us. So much for your enthusiasm. Thought you were sure she would. I was. Women aren't simple creatures. It's your fault you'd assumed anything. You can say that again. Like you would know, Toshio. You're one to talk. Shut up. I have a girl waiting for me back home, as I'm sure you know. There, no need to get all worked up about it. We know the chicks dig smarts, T-Man. So what happened? You want to talk about it? Not really. Can't believe she suddenly decided she's not going anymore. I had the most faith in her. She's helped me every step of the way. Is there some other reason that's holding you back, Midori? What's going on? Looks like our leader's gonna be stuck in his head for a while. No, I'm okay. Midori doesn't want to come, but this isn't the first time this happened. Yeah, but I wouldn't bet on things going the way you'd hope them to. What do you mean? He's just referring to the fact that none of us wanted to go find the Ark at first. But Midori's different. She was in on this Ark business with you from the beginning, right? And yet, here we are talking about getting her on board. I doubt it's just cold feet. She seems serious enough about wanting to stay. Do you ever stop to consider how she feels you? Hayami, where did that come from? Of course I do. I know she cared a lot about Miho, and there's no reason why she wouldn't want her back. That's true. We all cared about Miho, but still took a lot of convincing to get us on board. A whole damn lot. She was cool with it at first, but not anymore. This is the opposite of what you're used to. You sighed. So, where do we even start? You can start by answering my question. I already did. We all know she loves Miho like the rest of us. Of course she'd want her back. If anything, she should feel as strongly about this as we do. Okay, now look at it from another angle. Assuming that not everything revolves around chasing the Ark, how do you think Midori feels? Chasing the Ark? This isn't just about some adventure over a relic like we used to do as Derchalton. This is about Miho. That's from your point of view. For someone who's oblivious to all the details, someone who doesn't know what we know, it's a shot in the dark. Hayami's right. Let's look at what we have here, shall we? Midori has a good job working with these kids, gives her a sense of accomplishment and belonging. She's found a safe, cozy place where she's needed and life is sustainable. That's still a pipe dream for most people out there. I hate to say it, but the old man's right. Think about it, dude. We all dropped everything to go on this quest. We have our doubts, but like you always said, it's worth a try. Despite that, we weren't prepared to leave everything behind. We felt a lot of pressure and we're kind of hurt that you didn't think of what we wanted. You could say that's all in the past and you'd be right. We're here and we're going to see this through to the end. We're not just going to pack it up and go home. But Midori, she still has a lot to lose. She's to weigh her options. She has a lot going for her over here, you. If you really care about her, you wouldn't want her to lose a single thing she has now. She doesn't have to lose anything. Once Miho's back, she can come here and teach again if she wants. You can't just tell her to cross that bridge. Besides, let's face it, danger could be waiting for us once we're on the Ark's trail. Can you honestly convince yourself that there isn't a chance Midori would lose everything if she joins us? I still have my own doubts about the Ark, but I want to see Miho too. Right. I'd assume Midori feels the same way. She has to. What did she tell you? She was given the opportunity to help the town by teaching these kids, so she went for it. I figured. Then you must understand how she feels about that as well. You might be thinking it's really so important that she'd rather do it rather than search for the Ark. But that's not really the question you should be asking. It's not. I can't spoon-feed you everything. You've got a brain. Gunther gave you a whole speech about it, too. Ahem? You'll have to figure that one out by yourself. Typical boys. Can't listen at all. Always so harsh, Ayami. Once he realizes what we're talking about, he'll see who's harsh. You can just tell me instead of giving me a riddle. How dense can you be? That would totally defeat the purpose. I feel so bad for Midori. Why can't there be more options for the poor girl? Hayami let out an exasperated sigh. Yes, it'd be so much more understanding. He would be supportive and kind and helpful and nice and wonderful and... I think he still stinks, but I have to agree with you there. He guys might be a little shady, but he's undoubtedly much cooler than you. He's much more attractive for one thing. He's extremely headstrong. He has wonderful features. He's got a cool job. He's very handsome. He's really smart. He's handsome. It's not fair at all to compare the two of them. Whatever. A problem I have to solve on my own, huh? Midori's been so good to me, I guess it's not too much to ask. Have I really been neglecting her feelings like they're saying? It's not something I do intentionally, that's for sure. But maybe that's the point. I didn't take the time to understand how the guys felt when I found them, and I'm not actively trying to understand how Midori feels either. I gotta try harder. You can say that again. Right. The first step is learning more about Midori's circumstances. That's what we should be trying to find out, yeah? We've done this enough times to know the drill. We're all still learning the ropes compared to you. Okay, fine. I know the drill. Come on, old man. Don't give you a hard time now. I was just saying. Gunther shrugged. So, anybody got an idea where we might start? She won't tell you up front, so I suppose. What in the world? What's with the noise? Hey, you're Miss Midori's friends. The Durka people, right? You're her student. What's going on? Where's Miss Midori? We need an adult. You're in luck, kiddo. You've got an adult right here. Someone's getting murdered. Murder? What are you guys talking about? This is no time for your jokes, T-Man. Kids need our help. We were on our way home when we heard someone screaming. Sounded like he's getting ripped apart by a monster. The others are trying to find out who it was. They sent me to call Miss Midori. You guys can fight, can't you? You're the legendary heroes. You gotta save that person. We're not heroes, just treasure hunters. AG? That doesn't matter now. Someone's getting killed out there, dude. Where did you hear the screams? We'll go check it out. It was near one of the fish ponds. You have to hurry. Fish ponds? You mean that spot where Sora fishes? What if the mutants are attacking? Mutants? Not again. You don't think the guy that was fishing there is... You gotta hurry. Someone's getting eaten. You have to save him. You're heroes, aren't you? Okay, we'll go right now. Are you sure it was... Show some backbone and get moving. It's coming from over there. That guy's in trouble. Sora seemed to be having a seizure as he fought with his fishing pole. Whoa! You're a big one, ain't ya? Come here, you son of a bitch. I'm reeling you in. You're not swimming away this time, you dirty water-sucking beast. You're not getting the best of me, oh no. You got nothing. I reeled in bigger fish than you. Got 'em mounted above my mantelpiece. Guess what? You're gonna join them. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. What? The... crab? Sora yanked out a large bass from the pond. Whoa, doggy! Look at the size of that mouth. Sheesh. You're gonna look nice on my mantle, and you're really the same one that got away, too. Revenge is a cruel mistress. How does it feel to be caught? How does it feel knowing that you're gonna get nailed in my wall for all the world to see? Sucks, don't it? Ha ha ha. Who's laughing now? Sora? Hey, Sora. What? What the frig? Oh, it's you guys again. What's going on? Don't sneak up on a guy and start screaming bloody murder like that. You're gonna scare someone to death. What are you doing here? What's it look like? Fishing. That's all you're doing. Yeah? You didn't get mugged, stabbed, or attacked by a wild beast, did you? Let's see. Arms, legs, yeah, I'm good. Didn't see a wild beast today, no psychos or muggers either. Just been fishing here all by myself. But all that screaming, we could hear from up the road. You scared Miss Midori's students over nothing. What? No, I wasn't screaming. I was expressing my joy through a loud tone. That's screaming, you imbecile. Semantics. Don't brush it off like that. You were wailing like you were getting torn apart by an animal. You scared a bunch of kids that were passing through. They thought someone was getting killed, so they asked us to check it out. That's why we came over here to save you. You came all the way out here to save me? You guys are so nice. Jeez. Where do I even start with you? Dude, seriously. What is your problem? We really thought you were dying. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to make so much noise. Didn't think I was that loud. Apparently you were if we could hear you from a mile away. Ah, jeez. This is embarrassing. You see, I haven't caught a fish in 4 days, and this little jerk got away from me too many times to count. Finally got him, so I was a little excited. Didn't mean to shriek like that and startle somebody. A little bit excited, you say? Just a little bit. You would be too if you got one like this. No, I wouldn't. Sure you would. Have you ever seen a fish with a mouth this big? Sora shoved the fish into Hayami's hands. Bam! There it is! Get that away from me! Hayami threw the fish right back at Sora. Easy. You almost threw him back in the water. What's gotten into you? Don't ever do that again. I hate fish. You don't like fish? How can you not like fish? Everybody loves fish. I like them when they're dead. They're horrid and disgusting disease-ridden creatures. How can you say that? Fish aren't diseased. They're a great source of protein and nutrients. The worst you can get is a tummy ache if you don't clean them right before eating. Assuming you only eat them fresh, of course. What about puking your guts out? Ever hear of food poisoning? That's a cheap shot. When prepared with careful hands, this could become the perfect dinner. This fish is your culture. People ate these guys raw in tiny little rolls way back when. Rave about cuisine all you want. You bring that thing near me again, you'll be the one mounted on a wall. Is she always like this? Only on bad days. How often are those? All the time. But this guy ain't for eating. He's a trophy. So don't get any funny ideas. He's my fish. My fish. Goes well with booze. See where you're going with that. Knock it off, old man. Sora, no one's gonna take your fish. We're here because the kids thought someone was getting eaten alive. Oh. It's little. Yeah, my bad. Must have been so scared, right? So sorry. Man. If this becomes a regular thing, no one's going to come to your help if there's a real emergency. Would you do us a favor? I don't mean to be rude, but you gotta avoid making a commotion like that. The kids who study just around the corner would be terrified if this kept on happening. I'm really sorry. Got caught up in the moment and lost my cool. I'll be more careful next time. Uh-huh. So just to be clear, there was an immune attack going on, right? I think immunes attacking is something that not only kids are afraid of. You'll have to be clear with us. This could be very important. Immune attack? Heck is that? Thought racism died with the old world. Racism? Why would you connect mutants with any kind of violence? Anyone can attack. That's stereotyping, ain't it? I'm not stereotyping anybody. Then why would you assume that mutants are responsible for any attack? One of those kids who heard you thought it could be the mutants. We figured you were being attacked by something the way you screamed like that. Again with the stereotyping. Would you stop with that? Hey, why would anybody want to attack me? I told you that no one came here to kill me. I was by myself the whole time. I haven't crossed any... well, not lately anyway. There was that one time when I slipped an ace in a card game to get a glass bottle where that guy pulled a knife and... one of the kids thought there might have been a mutant attack. We also ran into somebody who was arming himself against mutants earlier. Have you heard of the rumor about mutants in Gotenba at all? Even if there were mutants, they're not mindless beasts, okay? They're people too. Just with a pinch of radiation haunting them one way or another. This guy gets it. Some of them might get violent, but you can say the same about everyone. They're not going to eat your brains or anything like that. Of course not. That's zombies you're talking about. Zombies? Anyway, I keep saying I've been here all alone. I don't think there are mutants in Gotenba either. Maybe the kids thought mutants were attacking because they're kids. Most children are afraid of mutants because of the way they look. It's unsurprising that they blame mutants when they freak out about something they don't understand. Exactly. To kids, mutants are like ghosts or demons, except more real because some of them have probably seen one. Please make sure this doesn't happen again, alright? Think of the poor kids. Man, I honestly feel like a real heel for scaring them. Didn't mean to make them worry like that. We'll tell them it was a big misunderstanding when we find them. With the rumors about mutants going around, we wouldn't want to agitate anybody. Mutant rumors? Right. Gotcha. Forgot about that. Just wish we could be more accepting of everybody, you know? Why can't everywhere be as peaceful as Gotenba? And now they want to mess up things with some imaginary mutant threat? Please, not my town. Looking at it another way, it's actually a good problem to have. Rather than worrying about raiders or sanctus pillaging the place, you only have this possibly imaginary enemy. The rumors of which are probably coming from some bigoted country bumpkins who know very little about mutants. Hey, it's not a nice thing to say about children. Not them. The guys we ran into. I'm sure they didn't hear about mutants from kids. They wouldn't take the rumors seriously otherwise. Speaking of the kids, we should go check and see how they're doing. You really scared the snot out of them, Sora. I'm really sorry, you guys. I'll be more careful. Sora went back to his spot and cast out his line again. Maybe I should use you for bait, catch an even bigger fish. Woohoo! Eiji shook his head. Gunther shrugged. Midori will have to teach these kids not to worry when they hear him screaming again. I did it, Hayami, what's wrong? I touched a fish. I need to boil my hands. Aren't you being a little dramatic? Couldn't have been that bad. I hate fish. Yeah, but... I hate fish. Okay? What was Sora's problem anyway? Who makes a scene like that over fishing? A guy dedicated to his craft. I'd be excited if I finally caught something after letting it get away so many times. And you would wail like a lunatic like he did, I'm sure. No, that's extreme. But what can I say? This guy loves his fishing. I see where he's coming from. Yeah, I'll let the kids adjust to the adult who can't catch fish without throwing fits. The kids, right. I think they walk back to Midori's. We need to let them know it's safe to go home now. You're back. Did you save that person, did you? We, didn't have to save anybody. Huh? But... it turns out the person you thought was getting murdered was a stupid man fishing. What? That doesn't make any sense. We know. He got so excited that he was screaming as he was reeling it in. Nothing happened. Everybody's safe. Really? Phew. I mean, I was totally gonna go beat up that mutant myself if I had to. There was no mutant. You guys don't have to worry about it anymore. Aw, man. Thought there'd finally be some excitement in this backwater place. Be glad you're not in some mutant's tummy now, kid. It would stink in there. Gunther! Ow? Fine. Muties aren't meanies. Jeez. Uh-huh. They're not? Thought they were bloodthirsty, flesh-hungry monsters with sharp teeth and glowing eyes. Not that I'm scared of them. I'll protect everyone here, don't you worry. They're not like that at all. Mutants are normal people with skin defects. They just look a little different, but they're like you and me. Ooh, I want to be a monster that flies down from the sky and eats somebody piece by piece. That's what mutants are, right? But that'll make you my enemy. We'll have a big fight for the fate of all humankind. Oh, come on. Settle down, kids. None of that's gonna happen. Miss Midori should teach you about mutants one of these days. More lessons. Nothing cool ever happens around here. I know. It's boring. I want to fight muties and raiders. I like class. Miss Midori is only preparing us for the real world. Yeah, totally. Knowing about world wars will make me a better scavenger for sure. You know what? Why don't we write our own story? Let's go on an adventure and make history. It's not going well for brats like you, let me tell you that. What's with the cynicism, old man? Let the starry-eyed young'uns dream, eh? They've got a great place to live here in Gotenba, and they're well taken care of. No use wasting their lives out there for adventure they're not ready for. We were once adventurers too, kids. Do you want to hear a secret? A secret from Durkakuten? Sure. It's Durchalton. Okay, listen up. This is top-level confidential stuff. The secret to wonderful adventures is rest. You have to rest well before any adventure. That way your body and mind are prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. So run along and go nap time, okay? Once you're fresh and strong, you can go on an adventure. I don't know, naps are boring. You want to go on an adventure or not? Lady's giving us expert advice. We should listen. It's better than history lessons from Miss Midori, that's for sure. Whatever. You two are so ungrateful. Let's just go. The kids continued to bicker with each other as they walked off. Miss Midori sure has herself a handful. Tell me about it. I like those little guys. They're cool. Everybody looked at Hayami. Don't give me that look. Have you guys come for a lesson? Sorry, my class is full. Maybe I can take you next semester. No, no way. I had enough schooling for a lifetime. Not me. Nuh-uh. Yeah, right. Most education you've had is me teaching you how to turn the pages of an e-book. Shh. I'm only teasing. I saw you through the window with the kids. What were they up to? We got roped into saving a poor soul from a hungry mutant. What was that? He's the one teasing now. The kids came running for help and sent us to save someone who they thought was being attacked by a mutant. It was only a fisherman getting riled up about his catch. You're not talking about Sora, are you? That's him. That man. He's got a bad habit of making noise when he's out there fishing. This is a regular thing? Every now and again, he becomes a bit unruly. He doesn't hurt anybody or himself, but he's quite an excitable person. Maybe it's a medical condition with his excess energy and all that. I wouldn't go that far. Just kidding. Sora is otherwise a nice fellow. He's unpredictable. With the kind of demeanor he has, you wouldn't expect him to be so defensive of mutants. Defensive of? We don't really get to talk that much, aside from the usual niceties. I wouldn't know his stand on anything. I can tell he loves fishing, though. He's hooked. Get it? Nice one, old man. Give it here. Don't patronize me. I wish he'd try to be more calm when the kids are around. I imagine his screams can be quite scary when you're not used to it. I thought he was a fairly relaxed guy until we had to go save him. Gotenba can be full of surprises despite the calm exterior. Living here doesn't get boring when you have interesting neighbors. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we haven't found a place to stay for ourselves. Yo, Midori, is there a good place to set up camp? Camp? Why would you want to camp? We got no place to sleep. Of course you do. You have my house. Whoa, what? Sure, why not? You guys could bunk here for the night. I wouldn't mind at all. Is it really okay for us to stay here? We won't get in the way or anything? Stop acting like strangers. Of course you can all stay. That's very hospitable of you to do for us, Midori. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Sleeping together under one roof, just like the old days. It's not like we settled too often, but this is nice. You guys are more than welcome to hang out for as long as you like. Whenever you get tired, you can head off to bed. Here, I'll take you to your room. It's not much at all, but it's the only other usable room in the house. Whatever it is, we'll take it. We're very grateful. Stop being so formal. It's me, guys. Come on, this way. When she said we could stay here and borrow a room, I'd think it'd be in the classroom. Shut it. You're being rude. You want to sleep outside? I'll be happy to kick you out myself. I'd rather not, thanks. What's so bad about sleeping in the classroom for one night? Nothing, but it brings back some real bad nightmares. Brings you back to your school days. Uh-huh. Those were the darkest times of my life. Stop being so overdramatic. They were. We had this big lady that taught all the kids during the day while our parents were out working. Gunther shuddered. She was a dictator. What? An absolute dictator. She ruled the class with an iron fist and wooden scepter of pain. That doesn't sound good. She was brutal. We weren't allowed to talk unless she called on us. And when we did, or if we pushed our buttons in just the right way. Whack! She hit you guys? With her wooden plank, round the butt. We called it Old Spanky. Old Spanky? You're kidding. It was about a foot long with a nylon cord wrapped around the handle for a secure grip. It had holes drilled into the flat part to cut down on wind resistance. It didn't do much, because when she winded up and hit you with that thing at full speed, you couldn't sit down again. Is that why you have trouble sitting down comfortably? Yep, and a good amount of cushions to sit normally. I think she permanently shattered my tailbone. You couldn't have been that bad of a kid to get spanked so much. I don't believe this at all. You're making it up. I swear on my busted ass, it's real. She called us little demons. She hated when I took my pencils and jumped a beat on my desk. Whack! She'd smack us around when we weren't following directions. Whack! She'd smack us around when we followed directions too closely. Whack! She'd smack us for just having fun. Whack! Okay, we get it. There was a lot of whacking. I like her. That's good discipline. She tried to teach us art, too. Man, she loved art. And I'll tell you, we were all true artists, because when we made a mess or screwed up on a prompt, we'd suffer for it. That's why they call it pain. Teen. What are you looking at? I'm not going to steal that one. Okay. But you know what? Those were good experiences as a kid. Yes, sir. Trial by fire. I think she really cared about us deep down. She was preparing us for a hard life to possibly die violently in the wasteland, and to learn respect. Stockholm Syndrome much. Hey, don't say that. It wasn't like that at all. I owe her for teaching me the fundamentals of being an outstanding member of the human race. She molded me into the person that I am today and gave me the best upbringing that she could. Why are you holding your... Bitch. How about we finish getting our beds made? Good call. Good call. After a satisfying dinner of local fish and produce, you and the others found their spots to sleep in the classroom. The cool breeze gave them comfort, but the night was young. What's with you? This floor isn't the best place to sleep on. You want to try the desk instead? Those things are tiny. How am I supposed to get comfortable on those? I was joking. Are you seriously complaining about sleeping on the floor? That wasn't funny. I just can't sleep, I guess. Think we're wasting time here? I know we shouldn't rush things, but... Well, I can't sleep like this. I'm going to go take a walk. Maybe it'll tire me out. Watch your step. It's dark out there. AG, what the heck? I'm not going to slip and come back all beaten up. Better safe than sorry. Consider yourself warned. Guys, keep it down, will ya? I'm trying to dream about pretty... I wasn't dreaming about anything. But really, keep it down. Sorry. I'll be outside for a bit. You're not going out there, are you? That's what "I'll be outside for a bit" means. Aren't you afraid of mutants, you? They're out there. They can mess you up. I'll be back in a jiffy. Come back in one piece. Whatever. The only threat out there is Sora accidentally hitting you with his fishing pole. This place is so peaceful it's almost eerie. How could Midori want to stay here? You'd lose your mind after a few weeks. Who are those guys? You spotted the silhouettes of two robed figures from a few meters away. There wasn't enough light to make out their faces. This wasn't a good idea. Quiet. We'll be gone in a minute. Be patient, be cool, be like me. What if somebody sees us? No one's gonna. Everybody's in their homes tucked in bed. We can do whatever we want. They're too scared to come out anyway, or else the scary mutants will get them. That doesn't make me feel any better. We do look a little shady, hoods and all. You're always terrified of everything. I can't take you anywhere without you flipping out. I'm just trying to be careful. We'll get what we came for and then we'll leave. Okay. Are these guys thieves? You're in the wrong neighborhood, guys. You hid behind the bushes and grabbed his Tonto. If these jokers are trying to steal from Midori, they got another thing coming. See, I told you! I told you somebody was watching us! Did they see me? I'll be. You were actually right for once. You can come out now, person hiding beneath the bushes. Dang. Do you have night vision or something? You let go of his Tonto and stood up. Why were you hiding? That's kinda creepy, you know? You're not stealing anything from here. Now leave. We're not here to steal from anybody. We're paying a visit. Yeah, I bet. I don't think he believes us. You don't? Don't get smart with me. Why are you creeping about in the dark under those hoods? Take them off. Show me your faces. You're the one who better step away if you know what's good for you. You're not going to fight him, are you? You said we were just going to get what we came for and that's it. This wasn't part of the plan. Look at him. He wants a fight, so I'll give him one. You're making a big mistake. Let's leave. We can't draw any attention. What's he going to do to me? I'll break his neck. I'm telling you to stop. We don't have to do this. Midori opened her front door and spotted the episode unfolding before her. What's going on out here, you? An attempted night raid as far as I can tell. For crying out loud, this guy. Evening, Midori. Sorry to bother you at such an hour. Huh? You know me? Yeah? Why wouldn't we? You're the teacher the kids all love. Everyone in Gotenba knows you by now. I see. You know these two, Midori. No, I don't recognize them. So they're thieves, then. What? You gotta be kidding me. Come on, let's just go. No, you. They're not thieves. I don't think they are. They're probably just regular citizens out on a walk. I may not know them, but it's my fault for not familiarizing myself with everyone. Well, are you two really just taking a walk? Yeah, of course we are. We tried to tell you before you freaked out. I'm sorry. I get a little edgy at night. You didn't have to jump to conclusions. Your friend's the one who seemed eager to fight. I happen to like my neck the way it is. Trust me, they're fine. Gotenba has never had any problem with bandits before, and I don't feel any animosity for them, so ease off. How can you be so sure? They're lurking around your house at night, probably thinking you were alone inside. Would you quit it already? The last thing we want to do is break the harmony in this place. Once you start doubting your neighbors, that's when you get into trouble. I'd like to believe they're here for a stroll, but they sure are dressing for something else. You! Why would you say something like that? Sorry, I only have the hood up because of the wind. I get really bad earaches if I don't cover them up. These clothes keep me warm. We're just protecting ourselves from the elements. We don't live in a fancy house like you do, after all. Jeez. Why don't you look in the mirror and... You! Midori glared at you. He didn't say another word. He's sorry. This guy is my friend, you see. He was only looking out for me. He didn't mean to offend you like that. He's not from Gotenba, so he's wary of his surroundings, like he's out there in the wild. An outsider, huh? That explains things a little. Why are you two outside at this hour anyway? You should be in bed. Like you said, we were taking a walk. The weather isn't really cooperating, so we'll be on our way back. Are you sure? Maybe there's something we can help you with. Well, we're really hungry and we missed out on the market. You know how it is. I hate to bother you and act like a beggar, but if we go home empty-handed, it isn't going to be a good night for us. I understand. Do you need food? I'm sorry to hear that. How much do you need? We don't want to take a lot from you. Anything you'd be willing to part with will be good enough. If you can't help us out, we get it. No, not at all. Wait right here. I'll get you a bag with some canned food. You have a can opener? We can open the cans, sure. I'll be back in a sec then. Behave yourself, you. Yes, ma'am. Midori went back inside to fetch some food. You two really know Midori? We do. She teaches all the kids. Everybody knows her. The kids don't shut up about her. Why didn't you say so before? You didn't give us a chance. Okay, fine. You got kids of your own? Does Midori teach them too? No. We'd like to keep things private if you don't mind. Well, whatever you guys were really up to, you're getting the food in the end. You still doubt us? Can't blame you. It hasn't been a good time for people like us. Look, if we wanted to rob your friend, you wouldn't have seen us coming. We'd go around the back. No thief just knocks on the front door. You weren't expecting Midori to have company. You probably knew the nice teacher lived alone. An easy target when there's two of you. You don't have to believe us, we're used to it. But don't think for 1 second that we don't know how to repay gratitude. What's that supposed to mean? Midori came out with 2 bags in hand. Here you go. This should hold you over for a while. Thanks. Thanks a bunch. You're a sweet girl like everybody says. The best. You're far too generous. Just don't walk around by yourselves at night anymore. You don't want any more misunderstandings like with my friend here. Noted. Thanks again. Good night. Please take care of yourselves. So now we have their profile. Well, this is awkward. What was that back there? I really thought they were thieves. The clothes, the talk about getting what they came for, and so on, set off a lot of alarms in my head. Knock it off, you! Why do you always think the worst of people? Are you really going to tell me I was wrong to suspect 2 hooded figures lurking in front of your house? Gotenba is a safe place. If it wasn't, do you think so many people would gather here to learn? I was only trying to protect you. What are you doing out here so late in the first place? I was going out for a walk because I couldn't sleep. I'm still wide awake, Midori. Maybe we should chat for a bit. It's late, you. I was about to go to bed myself. You were up all this time, too. I was preparing my lessons for tomorrow. Dedicated, aren't you? Certainly. We have a lot to catch up on. How to even get a teaching gig in the boonies. Midori sighed. You're not letting me go, are you? I won't keep you for long. I just want to make sure everything is okay. You? Have you been hearing about these rumors going around? Rumors? Here in Gotenba? It can be quite uneventful, as you can tell. It's pretty crazy, actually. Back in Yoyogi, there was talk about some zombies. Then we come all the way here, and there turns out to be a mutant scare. Zombies? Mutants? Are you okay? When did you leave Yoyogi? Weren't there rumors about zombies when you left? Not that I know of, and people here are very level-headed and hard-working. They don't have time to talk about zombies. How about the mutants? Are you guys afraid of an impending mutant attack or anything like that? No? Sounds a little far-fetched. I may be busy in the classroom most of the time, but I spend some time outside too. There isn't a sense of wariness from any kind of attack, much less from mutants. Why do you even say something like that, you? Since when did you become prejudiced against mutants? I'm not. I swear we just heard the rumors. I'm not a big fan either. I know not all mutants are bad. They just have terrible luck. Glad to hear we're on the same page. So, you haven't heard about zombies and mutants at all. You realize how silly that sounds, right? Zombies and mutants? I remember that one time you ate a mushroom growing on a car. That was a long time ago, sheesh. I'm sorry, okay? You're right. Zombies and mutants are silly talk. Great. That's so weird, though, isn't it? Now's not really the time to be worried about imaginary threats with Sanctus and GP at each other's necks and everything. The foreman back in Gotenba didn't seem to care about the zombie stuff, but he's aware that people are talking for sure. You're lucky they weren't so crazy when you were still there. It'd drive me nuts hearing about some zombie attack. You're not going to give up, are you? Give up on what? You're still fishing. I don't fish. You're thinking about I don't mean real fish, silly. You're fishing for information. You still think something happened in Yogi and that's why I'm here. No, I trust you, Midori. If I want to know about that so badly, I wouldn't do it in a roundabout manner. Are you sure? I remember not a long time ago when a certain someone had to talk to a certain bartender. Stop it, alright? I'm not in the mood to be manipulative. Not right now, anyway. I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve right here. You'll see if you look hard enough. I knew it. You'd do it eventually once you're in the mood. Look, Midori. The night's beautiful. Do we have to argue about this and end our day on a bad note? You started it. Okay, but I'm finishing it now. Let's talk about something else, huh? I'm sorry I brought it up. Let me ask you something for a change. What? Why are you suddenly so interested in these mutant stories? I thought we were moving away from that. I just want to know, why are you? I guess hearing about it so much got to me. That, plus part of it comes from Toshio's girlfriend. You could say I'm more conscious about mutants right now because of what happened in Novus Tokyo. Is she a mutated person? Toshio's girlfriend? No, but her parents were. Oh no. That's terrible. You said it. They couldn't even leave that tiny place they lived in just because they looked different. I can imagine. Life is difficult for mutants wherever you go. That poor girl. Must be so rough for her. People get scared when they see her parents, so she has to do everything for her family to survive. They can't do much without her. Eri. That's the girl's name. She has to do everything for them. That's not an easy thing to do. Does she have any siblings? Nope. Just her and her parents in that tiny home. And that's it. She gets by somehow, but she's growing up in a toxic environment for sure. Her parents haven't accepted their condition? They were hit hard by radiation. Probably the worst I've seen so far. Their cognitive abilities were affected as well. Even if they wanted to be nice parents. Yeah, it wouldn't be any better than living with abusive alcoholics for poor Eri. She's a tough kid, and Toshio helped her out. I think there's a good chance she'll turn out okay. Her parents got it rough too. I feel sorry for their family. They get by. Somehow. Like I was saying. They're tougher than you'd think, and they're figuring things out as they go along. On the bright side, Eri will come out stronger after all this. I just hope things get better for her and her parents. Yeah, I guess so. Having people in your corner really helps too, especially with someone like Toshio. After we get Miho back, we'll see how the arc can help Eri and her parents. Even if it doesn't work out, Toshio will go back and take care of Eri for sure. He gives Eri the strength she needs to keep going. You alright? Midori's eyes drifted away for a while. A few droplets of sweat rolled down her temples. Is it getting warm out here? No, it's cool out. Don't you feel the breeze? What was that? I said, don't you feel the breeze? Huh. I didn't say anything to you. But I'm the only one here. Who are you talking to? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess the night air got to me. Please don't mind me. I think I need to sit down for a bit. Are you sick or something? You look a little off. Are you okay? Huh? A little off? What makes you think that? You said you needed to sit down and you thought somebody besides me was talking to you. You're also sweating a bit. Well, I'm just adjusting to the new environment. Gotenba is so different from Novus Tokyo, isn't it? If you stay longer, you'll see what I mean. Could it be the pollen? Or the sounds of nature? Or how the night sky looks so clear and enveloping? I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be okay once I get familiar with everything. Don't worry. Do you need help? You got someone in town that can check you out? No, I don't need anybody. I'm just feeling tired and sleepy now. Midori sat down and hugged her knees. That's a little better. I was getting lightheaded here. Do you need a drink? I'm fine. You don't have to fuss over me. Midori. Sorry about that. I got warm and there was an awkward silence a few minutes ago. We didn't say anything, so my mind wandered off. I get nervous when it gets quiet like that. We were a really lively bunch back then, huh? They're quite loud over in Yoyogi as well, with all that construction going on. You're right. Gotenba is too quiet at times. I don't like silence. I need noise. I don't like hearing my thoughts. It makes me feel tiny. Tiny? Can you keep a secret? You know I can. What's going on? I hear voices sometimes when it's too quiet. It's really uncomfortable. Voices? Yeah. You know how sometimes you hear a high-pitched sound for no reason? That's tinnitus, right? Yes, it's sort of like that. The only difference is I hear murmurs instead of ringing or buzzing. They can get overwhelming at times, so it's probably nothing to worry about. How is that nothing to worry about? You say that you're hearing voices in your head and I'm not supposed to worry about it? Calm down, will you? It's not what you think. I'm not going crazy on you. Tinnitus is your hearing making up sounds it expects to hear. Coming to a quiet place like Gotenba after a long time in the city is just jarring at first, that's all. My mind's not used to the place, but I'll adjust soon enough. It's like how the size of your pupils change whenever it's too bright or too dark, you know? If it doesn't bother you during the day, then I guess it's alright. I couldn't deal with this if it happened all the time. I'm doing okay. Sounds a little scary, but if you say so. So now we have her profile. I think it's about time I get to bed. I'm finally starting to get tired. Alright, I won't keep you any longer. Good night, you. Good night. Oh, can you wait up a sec? What is it? Well, I was thinking about heading out in the morning with everybody. Really? So soon? Yeah. We've come so close and we want to see it through to the end. We want to get there as quick as possible so we can get Miho back. Right, Miho. You're more than welcome to stay longer. You're not bothering anybody. I know, and thank you for the hospitality. We've come this far and... You don't have to keep telling me that. I understand. I'm not mad or anything. Yeah. I hope you all come back soon. Preferably right after your journey is over, of course. We will. Don't worry about that. Thanks for helping me with AG, and for always having my back. You're welcome, you. I'm glad you have my back as well. Thanks for being a good friend to me. Not many people are so nice or understanding anymore, so you're special. Just want to do right by everybody. Right. Our good leader, you. Well, good night, leader. I'll see you in the morning. Yep, you too. Midori walked back inside the house while Yu stood and heaved a sigh. She's serious, isn't she? She really doesn't want to go. She's had all the time in the world to think about it. She must have weighed her options and in the end decided she wants to stay here with the kids. It's not like we're taking you away from them for long, Midori. So we can go over here. No. I should head back. It's getting really late. I don't want to cause any trouble. You guys are still up. Toshio's out like a light, but Eiji and I want to stay up till you got back. Hayami insists she doesn't snore, but she does. Heh. You two wanted to make sure I was okay. You say that like we're babying you. We're only looking out for you, dude. I know. Thank you. Did you have a good walk? Yeah, it was okay. You don't look too happy. What happened? I saw Midori for a little while. Yeah, she got up because she heard some shouting outside. We heard it too. Did you have something to do with that? Kinda. It's a long story. I'll tell you in the morning. It's not important. We need to talk about Midori. Okay, so what about her? Doesn't look like you had a fight. We didn't fight. We went through the important bits, though. What'd you say? About that, yeah. There's no way we're getting her to leave this place. No way at all? So that's it? She's staying for good? It's either she comes with us or she stays with these children who'd be lonely and possibly in danger if she's gone. Even I can't argue against the obvious right choice here. Wow. Never thought I'd see the day. You're giving up? Well, that's not the only reason. What is it? She's not feeling her best. That much I can tell. She says it's just her adjusting to the place, but I think there's something else. Something else? She broke a sweat in the middle of our conversation, and she seems to be hearing voices. That's not good. I'm not giving up on having Miho see all of us, but maybe it's not a good idea for Midori to leave Gotenba right now. She needs to be here. She's not well, and the kids won't have anyone to look after them without her. Miho will just get mad if we force Midori to come along anyway, given the circumstances. I'd get chewed out for sure. So what now? Do we leave for the Ark? I don't know. We've come this far to rebuild her Charlton, and I just want to finish the job, but with Midori's current condition... What's stopping you? You don't have to worry about us. We're not going to be disappointed just because you couldn't get her to come. Yeah. But I made it such a big deal that we have everybody together, you know. It wouldn't be fair to you guys if I give up now. I know that's what you're thinking, and that's why I said what I said. We're fine with it. We all care about Midori's well-being. I told her we'd probably be leaving first thing in the morning. Thought she might change her mind. She didn't bite, huh? We can't afford somebody else getting to the Ark before we do. If we wait until she's healthy, it might be too late. Yeah, you. Leaving tomorrow might be for the best. We'd be out of her hair for a while until we return. She'll have time to get better. She has to want to go, right? Even though she won't say it? This isn't a contest, you. No one's gonna win, even if you get her approval. It's best for her to stay. End of story. Hey man, not to be the bad guy here, but none of us were straight with you the first time you came to us either. What she's doing is no different. So maybe you're right. Just putting it out there. But if you assess the situation, will you really be happy if she comes with us knowing that we'll put her students and her health at risk?
That wouldn't be fair to you guys. And after everything we've been through, it wouldn't seem right to let this go so easily. Okay, we get it. You're awake, Hayami. How could I sleep when you're all talking so loud? Sorry. Quit repeating how you feel bad for everybody already. It's irritating after hearing it for the 50th time. Hayami. I don't mind how we get there. I'm here for my own reasons aside from Miho. I'm not going to sour grape over how we ended up here, and neither will these two. If Midori can't find a reason to come with us, or she has a stronger reason to stay here, I wouldn't feel cheated. Her health is a serious matter. I will never find joy in burying a friend. Now you give up so soon tells me you care about Midori just as much as chasing the Ark. That's enough for me. I'll follow your lead. Yeah, we can always come back and bring Miho with us once it's all said and done. Midori will still get to see her, and Miho will be thrilled to see so many cute kids. True, but I promise the first thing Miho will see is all of us together. Do you think she'll get mad if you break that promise? Do you think that would happen? That she'll be upset? I'm not really sure. That was your promise that you made. Miho didn't ask for anything. You're the only one here who's busted up about that promise. If she was the one who asked you to make that promise, it'd be a different situation, wouldn't it? I guess. She'll still think of Midori's situation regardless. Exactly. Miho's a good kid. She'll understand either way. She wouldn't get mad at you or Midori without a valid reason. Find the Ark without Midori. Is it the only way? If her health's a problem and the kids need her, I can't force her to join us. I guess we can't do anything about it. If we have to find the Ark without Midori, guess we should just get on that right away. As much as I'd like for her to come with us, it would be cruel on our part to force her given the circumstances. If Midori is staying, then there's no reason for us to stick around. We'll have to get moving if we want to find that Ark. Yep, we're not the only players in this race. All the birds want that elusive worm. Worms. Cut it out. If we're leaving tomorrow, we better get as much rest as we can. Chasing the Ark won't be easy. We could easily be caught in the crossfire between Sanctus and GPA. If you haven't noticed, we don't even know how we'll reach the Ark. We can't just wing this one out. Right. We have a lot of work ahead of us. The sooner we get some shut-eye, the sooner we can start figuring some things out. Good night, guys. Night. That's it then. That's all I can do, Midori. I'm sorry. We'll bring Miho back soon.